is the second year for Fourth Down Magazine's weekly fireside chat, with the movers shakers that are actually on the football field in the Mid-Penn Conference. I'm Andy Shea. I'm going to be your moderator. Our guest for week number 1, he wears number 7 for the Cumberland Valley Eagles, or the Valley, as I'm learning. They're 1-0 after their 1-0 after their lightning delayed come from behind week 1 victory over Manheim Township at the very new looking Chapman Field, better known as the Chap. CV scored the final 14 points to pull out a 31-27 victory in their opener. Please welcome senior QB1, part-time defensive back, and their kicker, Issac Signs, to the spotlight. Welcome, Issac. How you doing? Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, this is how it's going to go down, Issac. I'll have a little chat with you. I'm going to ask you some fun questions about the Eagles. And at the end, I'm going to put you on the spotlight hot seat for a few short answers to close us out, and then we will be done. Good to go?
Sounds good.
All right, before I start peppering you with some questions, let's get out a few stats about Issac. Last year, he threw for more than 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. He added nearly another 500 yards on the ground as the QB1 for CV during his junior year. He is a senior. He made 12 of 13 field goals last year and pitched in more than a dozen tackles in his spot duty on defense. Against the Blue Streaks in that opener, he had 224 total yards, 120 rushing, 104 passing, 3 total touchdowns. Issac, great win first week. How important was it to get one out of the gate after what you guys sort of, built on and finished last year when you beat CD? How important was it to sort of validate and get a big win right out of the gate?
I mean, it was very important. They were a very good team, and obviously it came down to the end. I feel all summer we've been working. After we missed the playoffs last year, we've been working ever since then in the weight room, on the field, whatever it may be. And I feel like it's all built up to that first game. And I thought we came out and had good energy, and ended up getting the win.
So for you as the quarterback, second year as a starter, second year as a starter in Josh Oswald's system, a Valley alum, by the way. What has been the biggest difference that you are 100% certain about that has been a difference maker for you between year 1 and year 2 as a starter? What is that in your words?
I'm just a lot more confident. I know how the offense is. I know, what everyone should be doing. I give all credit to my coaches and my teammates. They work very well with me. Countless number of hours. I'm always talking to our offensive coordinator, head coach, whatever it may be. And I feel we all pitch in and work together, and we play as a team. We're all very close with each other, and that just goes all into play.
Even more impressive in the Eagles' week 1 victory, they had to endure what ended up being an almost 1-hour lightning delay on top of halftime, because it came on the heels of halftime was a lightning delay. So I just got to ask, because I haven't covered many games or been to many games where there's a lightning delay, and that's a long delay. That is a really long time. I mean, what do you do? Are the coaches bugging you? Are you guys just chilling out? Is the music playing? I mean, you're in that locker room stuck for what has to seem like forever. So what was your experience like last week when you guys had what was nearly an hour and 15-minute lightning delay?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, there's not much you can do. One thing, you got to keep the energy up, got to keep everyone going. We actually have experience with it, because last year with Manheim Central, we went out and a storm came around. We ended up playing that game the next day. So we were very relieved when we found out we could go out at, I think it was like 9:20 around then to go play. But yeah, you just got to, we're talking with the coaches about what we need to work on better in the second half, making sure everyone still has the energy and ready to go.
So I'm guessing phones were not allowed to be brought out during the lightning delay, or
they were not. Yes,
they were not. Good job, Coach Oswald. Got to keep the guys focused. All right, Issac, you guys are 5-5 a year ago. You came really close because of your ridiculously strength schedule that you play, and I'm going to ask you about that later. You were really close with a 500 team to making the playoffs, and I think you guys were better than 5-5 last year. I think you beat 3 or 4 playoff teams, and to close out the regular season, you knocked off Central Dauphin. You had a couple close losses that were really tight, one in overtime and another by a touchdown. But you missed the playoffs on a killer schedule. But looking back, as you begin this journey into the 2022 season, you beat Central Dauphin to end your season. How, in your words, did enduring what you guys went through in 2021 kind of help this squad today and this year?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of gave us more motivation. Coming off last year, we came off a win against Chambersburg and, like you said, Central Dauphin. That really helped us coming into this year. But yeah, I feel like it just got us more motivation to come into this year. Not being on that. If are we going to make it? Are we not going to make it? We want to be a sure thing team.
So everybody knew when Cumberland Valley hired, as I mentioned before, Josh Oswalt as their head coach. They got him from Central York. Spent some time as the head coach at Carlisle, so he knew the Mid-Penn Conference, played for Cumberland Valley, so he knew what Cumberland Valley football was all about, but he was not going to be your typical Cumberland Valley football coach. And when he was hired, he knew this wasn't a short-term, just get us back to winning thing. He runs a system that is unlike anything the Eagles have ever done, and he believes in what he's doing because, he's had great success for it. So I want to ask you, Issac, from your chair, what's it been like being his QB1? I mean, I'm pretty sure last year was a learning year. This year was probably a mastering year. And explain what that looks like and how overall this offense benefits from the difference of you learning to you going to mastering the offense this year.
Yeah, I think I've honestly over the years, sophomore year is honestly just a big learning curve. And then, like you said, junior year started to get the rein a little bit more. And this year I feel like I have all the freedom I want. And I'm just have a really good grasp of the offense, what we're trying to do. And I feel very comfortable with it, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
I know you play some defensive back as well. In an ideal world, if you could only play one, which would it be, quarterback or D-back? Because I know you're a pretty good defensive back. You're a good corner. Like you could play corner in the at 6A in the top division and be just fine. That's just my 2 cents. But so which position is it for you? Is it quarterback or is it cornerback that you prefer as your only one choice?
I love them both, but right now I'd probably have to say quarterback. It's just I feel I love them both. I feel like quarterback right now is just a little bit more. I don't know if fun is the word, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. But they're both awesome.
Yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. And you learned a lot about your toughness last year as well, because let's face it, you took a beating in some of the, I covered a couple games. I'm like, man, that guy's out there getting slobber knocked and he's still slamming away. So there's something to be said for that. The kicker part, where'd the kicker part come from? I'm just curious. You're one of the best kickers in District 3. Where'd it come from?
I played soccer for a while at a young age, and I think my first year of football, and I think it was 7th grade, we were having like anyone can kick, and I went up and kicked, and ever since then I've just kind of been the kicker too. So I give all the credit to soccer when I was little.
Were you a goalkeeper or did you just play soccer in general?
No, I just played soccer in general.
Soccer in general? Cool. So I want to ask you, this is anybody on your squad, 1 to however many guys you got. Who's the baller on your team that is flying under the radar in your opinion? Who is it and why? Tell me why.
That's such a tough question. I feel like we got so many guys.
This guy got to be flying under the radar though. He's doing stuff that you're like, I like that guy. I like that.
Let me get like 2 or 3. I feel like our one of our linebackers, number 5, Bryce Butler, had a great first game. Number 3, our kind of everything dudes, safety, running back, receiver, JD. They're both dudes. They're both ballers. I feel like anyone on our team is really under the radar. A lot of guys on our line. Rich Crispino. I can say anyone, literally.
Cool. So I don't think JD's flying under the radar, dude.
Yeah, maybe he's not under the radar.
No. That guy was. I don't think he was under the radar. But when you splash like that in your first game, yeah, you not only are not under the radar, you are a bright lights guy. But I'm not going to argue with you.
Great game.
I have one final funny question for you, and then we'll put you on the hot seat. All right, you played Manheim Township. That was your opener. Central York this week, and then Spring Ford. Those are your first 3 games, and then you get into Mid-Penn Conference Commonwealth Division play. So have you guys, the players, ever thought about saying, hey, Coach Oswald, can you have a meeting with Athletic Director Mike Craig and ask him about our non-league games and kind of see what's that up? Or do you guys, you have to play who's in front of you, but it seems like each of the last 3 years you've had 3 slobber knockers right out of the gate. Is that good? Or is that something you guys are kind of like, well, we'll take 2, but we could kind of use one where we're not in a life and death game?
Yeah, it's definitely tough, but I think we all love it. You know, knowing we have one of the hardest schedules, you know, in the state and the area. It's definitely very tough. But I mean, that just you got to come in week and week out and grind, really watch film, whatever that may be. And I think we like it, and it just makes it feel better after a good win.
What was Coach Oswald's number one goal for this team in 2022 that he relayed to you guys? Because Coach lay out goals, and they, he might have had 3 or 4, but what was the one goal he said that struck you, like one of his goals for you guys?
I feel like just be the best that we can be. We have a lot of potential, and we don't want that just to be potential. We have to come in, work hard, and make that potential, I guess, on the field, make it real.
Wasted talent, dude. It's the biggest crime in the world. All right, we're gonna throw you on the hot seat. Are you ready, Isaac Signs?
Yes, sir.
Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas sweet treats? Which one?
I'm gonna have to go Thanksgiving dinner.
What is your perfect pizza?
I like a buffalo chicken pizza.
Cool. College football on Saturday or NFL football on Sunday? Which one?
College football for sure.
Favorite sport team? Any sport?
Steelers. I like the Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers. One word that best describes you.
Blessed.
And finally, give it to me. What is your go-to order at Sheets? The details are up to you, sir.
I'll get probably a buffalo chicken sub, and then maybe some sun chips and a chocolate milk.
Gotcha. Chocolate milk is more popular than most will know. All right, Isaac, that'll do it. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it. Good luck to you and the Eagles this season. Most of all, stay healthy, play well against Central York this week. And good luck to you guys, and thanks a bundle.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
All right, that was Isaac Signs, QB1 and part-time D-back and full-time kicker for Cumberland Valley, joining us on the Spotlight. Make sure you check out all of our high school football content on fourthdownmagazine.com. Follow all our social media and check out our YouTube page. For Adam, hide behind the Zoom curtain. I'm your moderator, Andy Shea, and we will see ya.